we may have a pretty good idea of when Caitlin Clark is next going to play basketball.
So, the rumors are true. Caitlin Clark is coming back to basketball way sooner than anyone expected. And no, it's not some off-season promo tour or charity event. She's playing for Team US. Experts are saying her return in March is definitely happening. And if that's true, the entire basketball world is about to go wild. Look, this news has everyone spinning. Try to figure out what's going on after months of silence, rehab, and tons of speculation. We finally have a timeline, March 11th, 17th. That's when Team USA heads to San Juan, Puerto Rico, for the World Cup qualifying tournament. And guess who's on the radar? Caitlin Clark. And get this, these aren't just practice runs or promo shoots. These are real games. Team USA jerseys, official broadcasts, and international eyes watching. If she's healthy enough to suit up for those games, it means she's not just back on the court. She's back under the brightest lights possible. Considering we haven't seen her play meaningful basketball since mid-July, this is a massive deal. Remember how the season started? Triple-double on opening day. The league acting like she was a superhero. But then boom, injuries. First the ankle, then the groin. Then that whole mystery setback the Indiana Fever wouldn't fully explain. She barely played 5 games in a row all year. The media called it load management. Fans called it cover-up. And honestly, the Fever did a terrible job communicating any of it. Every press conference sounded like a hospital brochure. Day-to-day, precautionary steps, minor tightness. Yeah, okay, minor tightness that lasted for MSS, sure. So when head coach Stephanie White recently said, "We're taking it week by week, 3-on-3, 2-on-2, then building to 5-on-5, that was a game changer. It was the first time anyone finally admitted Clark was even close to being game ready. The thing is, they weren't using those vague reevaluation period phrases. They were actually using basketball terms again. And that's really good. Now let's get to the okay now for the juicy part. Because multiple sources around Team USA, we're talking former players and coaches who are actually in the know, are saying Clark is expected to be fully clear by late February. And she'll be ready for Team USA activities in March. That's right, before the WNBA even tips off its first preseason practice. And that changes absolutely everything. Why? Because Caitlin Clark in a Team USA jersey, that's a ratings machine, plain and simple. Forget whatever you think about the WNBA's regular numbers. This would shatter every record they've ever had in BC, ESPN, Fox Sports. Somebody is going to throw money at those broadcast rights faster than a Vegas bookmaker on Super Bowl Sunday. And can you blame them? This is the biggest name in women's basketball. Returning to action after an injury saga that felt like a total soap opera everyone wants. To see if she still has it. Now Stephanie White did try to play it cool in her interview. She said they're building her foundation, taking it slow, making sure there's no regress. Which basically means, please don't ask for timelines because we don't want to get roasted. Again, if something goes wrong. But here's the thing, even through that careful language, you can hear the truth slipping out. Clark is moving.